This is just a preface to the videos coming up. Um, so my son and I, we are taking the flag tests and the geography tests in the near future. We've already taken a few. My son, he knows pretty much all the countries by their flags. He has no idea where most of them are. He's still 6 years old, and he's also doing kanji tests for the one grade above what he is in is what he'll be taking next. And I'm taking, because the social studies flag tests and stuff you can actually take with your kid. I'm taking those. So I'm kind of learning the countries and the flags myself. I mean, I know them quite well at this point, but there's a lot of history and stuff behind them as well. And being able to just come up with them in a flash, that's one thing. And for the kanji, um, I am trying to get the highest two levels myself. I mean, I haven't done it in a while, but I'm trying to go back into it and see if I can do the highest two levels. And on the highest level, one of the things that they ask you, or that they could potentially ask you, is to either read or write the names of countries. Is just like some of the possible questions. Obviously, there's the potential questions that are way more like anything you can find in a dictionary basically is up for grabs for the highest level. So it's pretty crazy. But um, one small part of that would be the country names. So let's assume that this is, if the test is worth 200 points, say 1, maybe 2 points would be the country names. And it may be reading, it may be writing. We wouldn't know until the actual day of the test. But just because this kind of mixes in both social studies and Japanese studies at the same time, I think it would be an interesting idea to go to this site that I found, which tests people on the names of countries written in kanji. So, um, I probably already say this in the first video, so you'll, and maybe other videos too. So you have to uh, allow me to repeat myself here. But most countries are very rarely written in Japanese in kanji like this. I don't know how they do it in China, but in Japan we normally do not. We normally write them like these bottom parts here, uh, like these down here, rather than this up here. But being able to read and write this up here is the thing that might appear on the test. And obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but I have most of these countries' names I've never read before in kanji. I don't know what they are in kanji a lot of the time, and I probably sound like an absolute idiot trying to sound them out for half the half the video, but or half of all the videos. But bear with me, and anybody who kind of knows this stuff, try and take this with me. In the first video, I didn't do this because I didn't think about it, but as you can see here on the screen, we have what we're expected to read, and then we have options below. And there are actually some where I saw the options, I still got it wrong because I guess either I wasn't thinking or I just didn't know it yet. But there are some others where, I could get them right away just by seeing these and, just in a flash. That's got to be this country. That's got to be that country, right? Uh, most of the easiest ones are at the very start in the first video. So I think the first video, maybe I didn't do that bad, but I also didn't cover up the answers. So starting in the second video, I actually used a mask like this and tried to just show the question here. And then if I just couldn't read it or nothing came to mind, I would slowly bring it down or maybe quickly and take a look and then decide, oh, this has got to be this, for example. And then, yes, that's what it was. And in the first video, I forgot to do this too. I think I started somewhere time in the second, maybe the third, but read out the capital because this video series here is both for learning kanji and social studies like country names and capitals. I haven't actually got most of the capitals down in my mind yet, and I still have to teach them to my son as well. So we're kind of learning them together. And I thought this would be a good chance for me to get ahead with these studies while putting in the kanji readings that might benefit me and might help me teach him those in the future as well. So, anyway, please bear with these long videos. I tried to keep them roughly 30 minutes or less for most videos, each one, which is why I separated them to like 5 videos, I think. But hopefully you can enjoy those videos and we can have fun doing these tests together. Anyway, please have fun watching, like, subscribe, and comment something nice. Don't comment something mean because that will hurt me. But comment something nice, and that would be nice. All right. Please enjoy. Okay, let's try mixing the social studies with the Japanese studies. So I just found this quiz where they test you on the readings of country names in kanji. So this is something that I guess kind of mixes with my studies and my son's studies together. What tests and stuff we're trying to pass. I'm gonna take a quick look through this. There's apparently 169 questions. Country names is actually something that shows up on the level 1 kanji test, so I haven't taken that yet. So a lot of these I'll probably never have seen before. Obviously, this first one, anyone who knows, is, there's a lot of them that are well known, but when I say a lot, I mean maybe like 10, 15 or something. Everything else is very unknown for the most part. So 169 questions. I assume there's going to be a lot that I don't know, but this is just reading them, so not writing them. So if it's just reading, I think I have a good chance of getting most of them right, but there's probably going to be a few that trick me up. Now, let's take a look. Okay, so obviously, America, right? We call it the rice country, America. Another easy one. So butsu is like fu, and this one's always rang and sei. West in country names is usually su, so fudan su, right? Easy. So doku and itsu, doitsu, right? Another easy one. And just with the first letter, we already kind of know what it is. It would be hard to read as iki bisu and it ends in ri, but we know that it is in England or the UK, I guess you say in English. This one's probably no other reading for it, so that's easy. Canada. And Italy. There's no but we know it's Italy, Italia. So Sehanga. So this one is a pretty famous one again, so still easy, but if you had no idea and you were asked to read this, it would be tough, I think. I don't see how you could read it as Spain normally. So Rosea, Roshea, right? So this, it's not Su here, it's say, or she, sorry. So it's mostly just somebody decided on the kanji afterwards or took them from maybe from the Chinese characters that are used. So another easy one, this we use it for Australia because it's got like a giant moat or something. That's what the first one is used in moat and stuff. So this one, I think we're starting to get into the area where a lot of people don't know them. Obviously on this site we have the number of people who get it right, and apparently this one is 79.7, but that's people who go to the site and do these questions. So I think that is a very skewered. So this one, this often it becomes bu, And this we often have on this kanji here too. This it won't be su or I guess G also counts. So Brazil. Yeah. Rang. So rang. This one I think might be kind of hard if I didn't already know it, but we're getting to the area where I don't like. If you asked me to write it all of a sudden, what's the country for this country? I wouldn't know at this point, I think. But rang. So it obviously has a ran in it, and there's only one ran, so oranda. I'm gonna try and see if I know them before looking at the potential answers. So that was the Netherlands, oranda. So uh, the state of ice. So there's obviously Iceland. See Iceland in the Iceland. It's easy just based on the kanji this time. I've seen this one. I know Mimi we can read as do in like country names and stuff. So Toruko. Okay, that one. If you know Mimi can become Ru, that's easy. Toruko, it's there. Good. So just to be clear, I'm not looking at the answers until after I've attempted to read. So this, I guess this would be Den, and this is Sui, so maybe Sweden would make the most sense. Sweden. And there we have it. Okay. We got so this one again, do and gi. So I don't know how we read this in this case, but my guess would be Belgium, Berugi. So Rugi we have, right? And I guess white can be Bell. I don't know. And we do have an answer, so that's good. Belgium. Okay, I've seen this one before too, but it's getting pretty hard because things that end in nang are gonna be, or nam, are gonna have this kanji often, I think. And this one, normally you probably can't, but it's probably Vietnam, Vietnam, Vietnam. There we go. It was there. The I don't know actually. I don't know. So I guess it's probably, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at the answer for this one. I don't know. Apparently, it's a 54.7% passing rate of people on this site who are specifically doing this for some reason. So it's probably either Eritrea or Paraguay. So I would like it to be Paraguay. No, I guess it was what? Norway? Seriously? So where are? Actually, let's go back and look at that Norway. I guess Norway. Okay, well, it was A. So this is Norway apparently. Norway. Yeah, that's tough. I picked D, so I'm gonna pick D. So I'm incorrect at the first place anyway. But let's go on to next. So this is probably India, Indo. Yep, very much higher correct percentage. Sean is can be harder. I think. Like I think I might have seen this before, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna look at the options. Okay, with Egypt, that I think that's actually right. Saint Lucia, Norway, and Gorigia. What the hell is Gorigia? I don't know. Let's go with Egypt. It was Egypt. And we get to look at the flags too, right? So Hin 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 Philippine maybe. I don't think I've seen this one actually, but let's see. I'll give Philippines there. The other options I'm not liking, so let's go with Philippine. Yeah. Thai, I guess. Yeah. Thai is there, so Thai. That one was easy. Uh, harang. So something that ends in like land, I guess. And waves. I don't know. Let's see the answers here. Okay. Poland is the only one that ends in land, so I guess it's like waveland, Poland. All right. So we got ama here, and we have the nami again, so ha, and then ra. Huh. So probably end in a darirurero and start in a a or ne, perhaps. What do we have? Let's look at this. America. I don't think it is. Nepal, maybe. Iran. I don't think so. So Nepal. Okay, this was Nepal apparently. It's kind of hard to read. Neha Ra, I guess. Nepal. Yeah, I'm not sure how we read that. I don't think I even know how to read the second one here. So let's take a look at our option. Luxembourg, Myanmar, Croatia, or Zambia. Zambia makes the most sense to me given these countries, but I have no idea. So, no, it was Myanmar. Huh. That's something. So I guess I was not very smart there. So I guess this is it's maybe Israel. We do have Israel, so okay. It's Israel there. Let's see. Shinki to maybe. So I'm just like trying to sound it out here. See, Shinki. I don't know. Let's look at the answers here. Mauritius, Poland, Portugal, or Singapore. So okay, Singapore makes the most sense here, obviously, and it was right. Yeah. Arab. So Arab Shuchokoku Renpo. I guess the UEA, right? Mongolia. So we have it. So Arab. Yeah, that one was pretty easy, I think. The UAE. Oh, there goes Krabiga. So the UAE. This one, it looks pretty easy. Argentina, I would say. So we have Singapore, Argentina, Australia, Cambodia, Argentina. That one was, I would say, one of the easiest we've had in a while. It ends in D. I was actually gonna say something else from the first one. Boats, and then Ga, but for Spain it was like pain or something, and then D. So something that has Ga and D. Bulgaria, maybe. Let's see. What do we got? Indonesia, I don't think so. Bulgaria, probably. Iceland, no. Latvia, no. Bulgaria. Okay. This is easy one, kind of famous, I think. Or that's my understanding, but the correct amount of people taking this test is low, so I'm pretty sure this is Portugal. But let's see if it's okay. Portugal, the first one in the answer, not Pakistan. I actually don't know what these other three are, but I'm pretty sure this is Portugal. Okay, Portugal. What would it be like? Keto? Let's look at the answers. I don't know. So the Netherlands, Jordan, Greece, or Mozambique. We have a surprisingly high percentage, one that I'm not sure of. So ro, I guess it would be ending ro, or maybe it is. I don't know. I don't see how you could read it as Jordan. Greece makes the most sense, but I don't think this is Greece. Mozambique, I don't see how you could read it as that. So Jordan or Greece, I guess. Let's go with Greece because I don't know, it makes the most sense. Okay, here we go. Ooh, ooh, and then like kotsu or ku or lang, something that ends like land, but starts in oo, Ookland. Let's look at the answers. El Salvador? I don't think so. Ukraina. So we got the U, and this could be ku. I guess land could be Raina. And then Denmark. Okay, I don't think it's these ones. So let's go with the Ukraine. Ukraine, apparently. Ooh, it's a long one. So what do we got? Like Satokuarab. Satokuarab. What? Or it could be Satoku, Arab. Okay, so we have Arab. So something Arab and over here, so I'm gonna just say Saudi Arabia. And okay, we do have Saudi Arabia, Guinea-Bissau, Kazakhstan, Montenegro. So Saudi Arabia makes the most sense. Yes. And this is just reading. Imagine if we had to write all these, right? Just from memory. Chile. I think this is Chile. Chile, we have it. It's the only one that makes sense. Easy. Qatar. So this one is Qatar, obviously. It's another easy one, I think. Qatar is the first. We have Gabon. So Qatar. That's the only one that makes sense. Well, we just had this in Saudi Arabia, so this can I guess be Uji or something in that case. Or sorry, what? Yeah, we had in Saudi Arabia, right? So ka. Or maybe I don't know. Let's look at the answers. I don't know what it actually could be. So Moldova, probably not. Palestine. I don't think so. Kuwait. We just had. No, we didn't have Kuwait. We had Qatar. Sorry. Ka. Toku. This makes the most sense so far. Poland. Not Poland. So I'm gonna go with Kuwait. Okay. 69.2%. Of the people who, for whatever reason, are doing this test or this practice. Okay, Kuwait. And I hope these kanji that they're using here are in line with the ones that the Kanji Kentei uses. Otherwise, this study won't really help in the future. So, Bundan. So it's probably something with land. Fun or Finland. Finland. That makes kind of sense. What are the answers? Finland is the first. New Zealand. I'm not seeing New Zealand, but the land is there. Bulgaria, Mauritania. So Finland makes more sense here. There we go. Okay, let's see. So something that maybe Bosnia or something. No, I don't know. Let's look at the answers here. Oman, Oman. I'm not seeing it. Mexico, Mexico. Maybe. I don't hate this answer, but I'm not seeing it. I don't think that's what Mexico was. I should probably know Mexico anyway. Liberia. Hmm. Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone. Okay, honestly, I have no clue. It's 70.7%, so a lot of people seem to have a clue. Um, nah, I can't like stay on this forever. I'm just gonna randomly guess here. So because it's 70.7%, and this is actually kind of like a hint, I'm actually gonna guess Mexico. It was Mexico. Okay. Yeah, the she Mexico is kind of like the only one that made sense in that place if it was going to be one. I did not know those were the country for Mexico though. Kano. Kano. Okay. Kano. Ka. Um. See, I guess it could be. Let me think for a moment here. What countries? Ka. No. Kano. Kano. We already had Canada. Ghana. 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 Maybe. Let's look at the answers. Zimbabwe, Sri Lanka, Chad, Ghana. It's there. So Ghana makes the most sense. Ghana. Indonesia. Okay, this one, just read right out. Indonesia. Indonesia. Easy. Morocco. Maybe Morocco. Let's look at the answers. Albania, Sweden, Mongol, Slovenia. So there was no Morocco. So I'm liking the ko at the end is most closest to goal, 84%. So Mongol, I'm gonna go with that. Yeah. I did not know for sure though. So Mongol. Ido. Ido. So ro, I guess could be something else similar. It's probably starting with E. Let's look at the answers. We have Panama, Uganda, Iran, Guyana. So Iran makes the most sense here. But I don't know why you got Ran from that. Okay. So this one I think I know. Swiss, right? So this is the same as Sweden. Sweet or sway, I guess in Sweden. Swiss. This is well Swiss. Let's see if we have it. Guyana, Russia, Angola, and Swiss. Easy. Ichiku. Irachi. So Iraq. Let's see. Croatia, Thai, Philippines, Iraq. Makes sense. Kind of. The kanji, if they're good or not, that is a different story. Okay. Uh, oh, um, Kung. I don't know how to read this last one actually. Um, I would assume it's like Kung or something like that, but so let's say Kung Ho, something like Kung Ho or Gung Ho. Kam Gangbo Cambodia? Cambodia. Cambodia is the first one there. Malawi? I don't think so. Guatemala? Probably not. I mean, I can kind of see it, but probably not. Zimbabwe. Cambodia makes the most sense here. And it was 68.2% of the people who like to do this kind of thing got it right. Cambodia. What was this one? I think I've seen this one before. I don't know offhand. Matsu. So let's look at the answers. Andorra, Grenada, Gambia, Denmark. Okay, I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure it's Denmark. Like, I guess you can read this as Den, maybe. Mark, Denmark. All right. We have actually been going on for quite a while here. So we're only on question 47, it looks like. So I'm going to cut it here. And in the next video, I'm going to do something to make this quiz a little bit more fun for anybody else watching and playing along with me here. All right. So for now, like, subscribe, level up, and stay tuned for part 2.